What a foolish girl. What a waste of such a wise father's name. I'm sorry to say she's like dry wood. Useless. Once, in a distant kingdom, there lived an old and wise carpenter named Ramu. He wasn't just good at building strong houses, he also helped people solve tough problems. Even the king admired him and often asked for his advice before making big decisions. But Ramu had a problem of his own. His daughter, Meena. Everyone in the village whispered that she was strange, that she did nothing all day except talk to animals and stare at the sky. People laughed and said, "What a foolish girl! What a waste of such a wise father's name." One day the king called Ramu and said, "Ramu, your mind is like gold, but your daughter, I'm sorry to say she's like dry wood, useless and odd." Ramu felt hurt but kept quiet. That evening, when he got home, he asked Meena, "Everyone says you're strange, even the king. Tell me, why do you spend your days talking to animals and staring into the sky?" Meena smiled and said, "Father, come with me tomorrow morning, I'll show you." The next day, before sunrise, Meena took Ramu deep into the forest. They sat silently, hidden behind some trees. Time passed. Then Ramu saw something shocking. A group of bandits came into the forest, carrying large sacks filled with stolen gold and jewels. They dug a deep hole under an old tree and buried their treasure. One of them shouted, "We'll return in 7 days to collect this. No one will find it here." Ramu turned to Meena in surprise. "How did you know this would happen?" Meena replied calmly, "The birds told me. Every morning I feed them. And yesterday, I heard 2 crows talking about some men disturbing the forest ground. So I watched the sky, followed the direction they flew, and waited." Ramu was speechless. They returned to the palace, and Ramu told the king everything. Soldiers were sent to the spot and recovered the stolen treasure. The king was amazed. That day, the king stood in front of the whole court and said, "Today, I take back my words. Ramu's daughter is not foolish. She is wiser than most of us." Ramu smiled, and from that day on, whenever someone called his daughter strange, he would just smile too. Friends, sometimes the world doesn't understand quiet wisdom. Just because someone is different doesn't mean they are foolish. Some people watch, some listen, and some see what no one else can. So remember this. Being misunderstood doesn't mean you are wrong. It just means your time to be understood hasn't come yet. If this story made you think, even for a moment, please like and share it with others. I'll be back soon with another story that makes you smile, wonder, and maybe see the world a little differently. Until then, stay curious, stay kind, and keep going.